Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuddy's bookshelf. So I am just about to leave out to go to Waterstones, so come along with me. So I made it, I'm in Waterstones and I'm talking to you while I'm in Waterstones. Oh my goodness, I'm about to go up to the mug section, so I'll take you with me.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the...
So Claymore is a anime series that I watched when I was younger. I think I've got like DVDs on it somewhere from years ago. So it's always a manga that I've been intrigued to read, but never have. So yeah, there's that. Dreaming Sun is another one I want to get to. It's the same author that did Orange. So that one's another one that I'm intrigued by. I love this anime series so much. I was introduced to it by a friend at work and oh my goodness, I cried and everything and shocked. I really want to collect these editions, like the hardback ones. Oh. I do need to get this one because for some reason my order got cancelled on this one, so it's one that I'm missing. I do have 9 that's just come out, so yeah, I'm picking this one up today. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. Yay, they have the book that I came for. Try to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not. Look, I'm a title of a book. Tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away. So I am now home from Waterstones and I am so happy with the books that I got. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So I went to Waterstones with one book in mind that I really wanted to get, and then I had an idea of like the places I really wanted to look. So there was a few manga I wanted to look at, but the ones that I needed wasn't in stock. So I just carried on smooching around. There was one that I did need that was in stock, and you would have seen that I'm actually getting it, which was the Pokemon Volume 8, Sword and Shield Volume 8. For some reason, my pre-order got cancelled. I don't know how that happened, but I think they missed it off and forgot to send me my copy, and then they was like, do you still want it? I didn't see the email, and eventually it got cancelled. So I needed number 8 because at the minute I've got 7 and 9 and not number 8. Obviously I've got 1 to 7, and then you get what I mean. 8 was the one that I was missing. Long story short. Long story long. I needed this one, and I love these Pokemon mangas. They're just the best, and this one's just a tiny little one. I wait for them to build up. I think I'm going to wait till number 10 or maybe 10 or 11 come, because I binged 1 to 6 and really enjoyed them. So I'm waiting to binge the rest once I get more of a chunk of them. And then the book that I actually went for was Butter. So this is by Asakaiko Yuzuyuki, and this is translated by Polly Burton, and this is based on a true story of a woman. I will read the inside because I don't do it justice, but it is about a woman who killed this businessman and through her cooking. And it says, a runaway international bestseller inspired by the real case of the con woman known as the Konkatsu Killer. Butter, translated by Polly Burton, is a vivid, unsettling exploration of misogyny, obsession, romance, and the transgressive pleasure of food in Japan. And if you know me at all, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with Japan. It is my dream destination to travel to. I would love to go there one day. Oh my goodness. But I just heard about this. I have seen it everywhere, and I had to pick it up. So yeah, I've got a new thriller that's in Japan and based around food. What's not to love? So yeah, Butter was the first thing that I picked up, and I was so excited because I couldn't see it at first, and I was like, I wonder if they've sold out, because I know it was a popular book and they did have like tables of it, as I've seen in other people's videos. And I was like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And then I seen it, and it had like a few copies on the table. So I was like, yes, thank you, Lord. So yeah, I picked up Butter. And then carrying on with the translated fiction, I picked up The Last Children of Tokyo by Yoko Tawada. And I also picked up by the same author, Scattered All Over the Earth. So The Last Children of Tokyo, this one says, shows a land tottering on the brink of disaster, but is also a joyful exploration of language, constantly surprising and exciting romp. So I have seen this before, I had my eye on this before, so I was looking forward to that. And then the Scattered All Over the Earth, it says, Japan has vanished into the sea, remembered as only the land of sushi, and Hiroko thinks she might be the last Japanese person left alive. Then she hears word of Sanuko, a mysterious man who may be her last chance to once again hear the sounds of her native tongue. Together with a band of newfound friends, she sets out in pursuit of what's left of her homeland. And I just think that sounds amazing. So yeah, another 2 really great translated fictions. I've heard really good things about this author, so I'm excited. And then also carrying on with the translated fictions, and these ones are Penguin Modern Classics editions. So we have Yukio Mishima and The Frolics of the Beast, and this one says, this haunting story of a strange, terrible love triangle and a shattered act of violence shows the masks we wear in life and what happens when they fall. I just think that sounds absolutely incredible, so I picked this one up. And then I also picked up Yuko Tatshima's Child of Fortune. This cover, oh my goodness. So this one says, a novel of dreams and desires, motherhood and guilt. Child of Fortune follows one woman's struggle to live a life on her own terms as she finds her identity slipping away from her. And I'm just so happy to have more like translated fiction on my shelf. I'm just so excited. Then I got, if I go back to manga, I did pick up the hardback edition, volume 1 of Full Metal Alchemist. I loved this anime. I did mention while I was at Waterstones how much I enjoyed this anime. It brought out so many emotions with me. One of my friends from work, I watched some episodes, and there was one episode where he knew it was coming, but he didn't warn me. And I like literally gasped because of something that happened, and I was like, and he was like, I know. And then I was just like, the tears started coming, and I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I really enjoyed the anime to this, so I just really want to read the manga. So yeah, I have the first hardback edition of the Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm really happy about that. So that was all of the manga that I picked up. Obviously the Pokemon and that one. And then we have, I brought some more classics, which was The Catcher in the Rye, because I've never read this. I know it is a favourite and it is very popular, but I also wanted to read Franny and Zoe. I have heard really good things about this one, but I didn't want to go into this one without reading like the most popular one first. So these are both by J.D. Salinger, and you probably already knew that. This is just talked about all the time, and I just really wanted to get to it. The Catcher in the Rye says, if you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like, and how my parents were occupied, and all before they had me, and all that David Copperfield kind of crap. But I don't feel like going into it if you want to know the truth. So that was what that one says. And Franny and Zoe says, everything everybody does is so, I don't know, not wrong or even mean or even stupid necessarily, but just so tiny and meaningless and sad making. And the worst part is, if you go bohemian or something crazy like that, you're conforming just as much, only in a different way. Yeah, so I have these two. And then I brought a poetry collection, and it's by a poet that I have never read from before, but they had quite a few of their books in, which made me excited, because I love it when I find a new poet and I see a lot of their works, because I'm like, oh, there's so much to like sink my teeth into. And this one is R.H. Sin, and this one is called She's Strong But She's Tired. And I just really liked the pages. I don't know if you can see the texture on the camera. There we go, that's a bit better. Like, they have really nice texture on the pages, and it's just got a whole bunch of poetry in here, and I'm really excited to dive into it. I like when a poetry collection comes and it's quite chunky, because the thinner ones you literally get through with a cup of tea. So with this one being a chunker of a poetry collection, I think I might be able to like drag it out for a few sittings, I'm hoping anyway. So yeah, I got a new poetry collection. I'm really happy about it. So, and then the last book that I got is one I've already read, but I am collecting these editions of all of Terry Pratchett books, which is the hardback editions of the Discworld. I am currently going through the Witches series, and Witches Abroad is one that I have read. Absolutely loved this book. It was just phenomenal. I say it once, I've said it a million times. Terry Pratchett is a genius. I just love his characters. The humour that is built in his worlds is just incredible. I absolutely love Terry Pratchett. I am obsessed. And Witches Abroad is one of the ones that I needed in these editions, so I brought it because I had points on my card that I needed to spend, and this whole haul was free. Free. I have not spent a penny in Waterstones today because I built up my points card to buy all of these, and I am so happy about it. So obviously I had a cup of tea and a piece of cake, because if you are new to my channel, my subscribers know it is the law to have a piece of cake and a cup of tea in Waterstones, and it was delicious. But yeah, I'm really happy. And then the last thing I have got to show you, it is not a book, and my husband kindly got it me, and I have the bookmarks to match this because it is from the Natural History Museum. So when I went to the Natural History Museum, I brought bookmarks that matched this travel cup, and it is a dinosaur. Let me move this out of the way. It is a dinosaur travel cup, and I needed a new one for work, and I saw this one. I was like, oh my god, this is the one that I've been looking at. I saw it online, and I just didn't buy it, and then my husband was like, I'll get it, yeah. And so he went and brought it me, and I'm so happy with it. It's just so beautiful, and the dinosaur obsessed person in me, like my childhood self, obsessed, absolutely obsessed. So yeah, I have a new dinosaur travel mug, and that's everything that I got from Waterstones. I hope that you enjoyed this come along with me and the haul that I did. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I've hauled. Let me know if you're interested in adding them to your TBR. I would love to know if you've been shopping in Waterstones or a bookshop recently. What have you been purchasing? Do you have any recommendations for me? Please add them in the comments down below. I would love to hear. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Woman struggled to live a life of her own, on her own terms. Sorry. The first in the hardback of Fanny and Joey, where I was born and what my lousy childhood was. Oh my god, there's my fire alarm. My husband's cooking. You'd think I was cooking. The fire alarm always cheers me on when I cook. Not wrong. No, wait. Whereas this one, I might actually be able to savour over a few sit-ins. Sorry about my dog. I'm going to be so cool at work. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Oh, I'm so excited to start the Full Metal Alchemist. I only need 2 more of these editions for the Witches series, and then I've got them all. That's exciting. So I'll have all of the Witches series. I do have 2 that's not in the Witches series that I can jump into, but because I was originally gonna read them in publication order, but then I decided to do it by series. So I think I have a light fantastic, and is it a colour one? Is it Colour and Magic? Colour and Magic, is that the first one? Colour and Magic, Light Fantastic, something like that. But yeah, I've decided to go through series instead. I think I'm going to do the Death series next in the Discworld, because Death has showed up within the Witcher series, and his comments are quite humorous. So yeah, I'm really happy with my haul. I can't wait to read them. Bookshops and books are just, it's just so exciting just to have the books on your shelf, knowing that you have a choice in what, I mean, I feel like I'm really lucky for that. I'm able to go to my shelves and be like, what do I fancy? Do I fancy this or do I fancy that? Like, I like having a big TBR for that reason, because sometimes like you can fancy a poetry collection, or sometimes you can fancy a really big thick fantasy, and I have got the options on my shelf with my TBR to come in my library and be like, what do I fancy reading now? And I feel that's like me younger. I would never dream of having my own library and being able to have that choice. It was saving up to even buy the 3 for £6 deal at the Works. No, they did that when I was younger, and I used to get the Dorothy Coomson books in the 3 for £6, and I used to have to save to get that. So knowing that I have all of these books, these popular books and new releases, and having the genres that I love and the options of the genres, is, I just feel really, really blessed and lucky. So yeah, none of this ever gets taken for granted, because like these might be new to my collection, but I'm already obsessed, and it kills me to do unhauls because I get so attached to books, because I know what it feels like to not be able to afford them. But I know when I do an unhaul, I do give them to either people, or like I take them to the hospital that I work at, and you know, people take them home from there, and I know that they're being loved, so it makes me feel better about giving them. But yeah, I'm just so blessed and lucky to have my own library. I'm just feeling grateful today. You know when you have those days where you're like I can't believe I own this. And I know these people that's got like limited edition of every book and that, but to me that's not what it's about. Like, it's never been about that. It's been about the experience of reading a book and how it makes me feel, and the need to escape, and what reading does for me. So having these options, no matter if it's a book from the charity shop or the most expensive limited edition book that I can find, probably can't afford, but even if it's that, like, it doesn't matter if you have 20 copies of your favourite book or just one that's really worn and used. Both can love that book just as much. It's never about the bells and whistles on books. It's about what a book does to you on the inside and how it makes you feel. 100%. And yeah, I'm just blessed that I can have all of the books. I've got my curtains closed because the sun's out and there's no way I'm sun bleaching my books. So this is why I'm able to face, while I'm sat at my desk, I'm able to face this way for a change. So like, you haven't got the village that I live in behind me, so you can find where I live. So yeah, but yeah, I'll stop rabbiting on now anyway. I hope that you're having a lovely day.